Hey you guys, back again with another message. God had gave me confirmation about something or clarity about something, and then I was talking to someone, and it was telling me that I pretty much gave them confirmation about what God was telling them, and I'm gonna come and share, right? Um, a lot of people do things for the wrong reasons. And then when things don't pan out the way they want them to or the way they expect, they want to put blame and place blame on something that they need to take accountability for that was already within them. Um, what I'm seeing now is a lot of people bashing a lot of organizations and different things of that nature. And this can happen anywhere, right? This can happen anywhere. Church, organizations, associations, this can happen anywhere. And I see a lot of people bashing certain organizations, but they don't want to admit the fact that they joined that particular organization or they became a member of a particular organization or association for the wrong reasons. And one thing that God had told me, like, people are placing blame about the things and their actions that they did within joining these certain organizations, but those things has already been there in their heart, right? They have already been there. By them being in an environment that God told them not to be a part of, it just pretty much made whatever that was in them manifest, right? Um, and so it just gave the opportunity, whatever they were struggling with within their heart, because that stuff will come out. Whatever in your heart is going to come out. It just gave it an opportunity to manifest. And the example that God had gave me was pretty much a lot of things. Like, God gave me a lot of examples, but pretty much the another example that God had gave me is like, if you notice, if a person notices that they struggle with jealousy and envy, and then they are placed in a point or placed in a position or in a situation to where their jealousy and envy is being challenged, or they're being challenged to deal with that jealousy and their envy, when one of their friends is being recognized or their family members being recognized and being celebrated and things of that nature, one or two things are going to happen. When that jealousy and envy manifests, is either going to make them realize, okay, I'm struggling with jealousy and envy and I'm going to deal with it, or they're going to continue to go forward with it, with the jealousy and envy, and cause problems and issues with the jealousy and envy. God will allow us to get placed in certain situations to show us the things that we're struggling with that we don't want to deal with. And a lot of people are placing blame on these, I won't say secret, on these different organizations, but a lot of these things, they had it already. It's all already been in there. That stuff ain't happened overnight. I saw where people were blaming the drinking, the smoking, the partying. That has already been there. Half of them been doing that before they join these different organizations and join these different churches or whatever they've been doing. That stuff they already been doing that. They just went to a place where it was comfortable for them to do it, and now that God is dealing with them, now they want to place blame on that organization. No, you have to take some type of responsibility and accept the fact that you did it for the wrong reasons. um there's nothing wrong with joining certain organizations. You just have to go and pray and ask God, which one can you join? And organizations, churches, associations, and then you got to make sure you're joining it for the right reasons. Some people join things just because um, they want to be a part of something to where it just look good on their resume. They don't want to do the work, or for the glitz and the glam and the fame and things of that nature. Thank you, Holy Spirit. The other example that God had gave me is a person, right? It's a person that had a hard childhood life, right? And so had never really been to the place where they had a lot of things, or that they like had like a lot of nice things, or that they seen a lot of money through their household, they handle a lot of money. Well, when God puts you in a situation, or you be put in a situation to where you might now get to the point to where you have a lot of money and able to buy these different type of things, one or two things are going to happen. Are you going to still remain humble? You're going to be a good steward over what God is giving you. You're going to be able to not only you're not going to only just take that money to, to live off of, but to be a blessing to others. Or you're going to switch over into the spirit of greed because you never had. Right? And so it's one or two things that's going to happen. You're going to be irresponsible, or are you going to take that and you're going to go into the spirit of greed. And so again, that struggle has always been there. They never had that, and they probably had been in their place at their childhood where they said to themselves that whenever they get to a certain amount, or they ever get money, or they ever do this and that and the third, that they were going to do a whole bunch of things, which were selfish things, not pleasing in the God's sight. And whenever they got it, they went and they ran and they started really operating in spirit of greed. Y'all got to understand, that stuff has always been there. It has always been there, but God will allow us to get placed in certain situations, places, and things to show us to show us the man in the mirror, to show us the hidden things that we struggle with. You will be tested to see, have you dealt with this inner issue that is holding you back? Have you dealt with this? Because if not, you either going to deal with it or it's going to deal with you. And I just really want a lot of people to take accountability for their actions. Take accountability of why are you joining these different organizations, or why are you saying that, thank you, Holy Spirit. Be honest and be truthful. Be honest and be truthful and say, so you can get delivered. Because even though you're coming out of agreement with some things, you're not taking accountability and the responsibility of, I joined it for the wrong reasons. I joined it because I want to be seen. I joined it because I want to be out there, partying and clubbing. I joined it because I just thought it was a good thing to be on my resume. I didn't want to do the work. I didn't want to really uphold the principles of what the organization was for, or what the church was for. Because sometimes, yes, we do have organizations and stuff that are not holding up the principles of God, but then sometimes it's not even the organization, it's the person in it for the wrong reasons. And now God is telling you to remove yourself, because now he got to really work on you, because you was in something for the wrong reasons. Right? And you can still, God even told me this. Yes, bad company corrupts good character. Yes, bad company can corrupt good character. But God has also shown me in his word where he can place his people in unholy places to bring forth deliverance, to bring forth miracles, to bring forth and make a difference. Look at Moses. Moses led them on the Egyptians. Same as Joseph. They served other idol gods. Look at Daniel and the 3 Hebrew boys. The people around them were serving these idol gods, but they served the one true living God. They knew who they were supposed to serve. So we have to understand that some people are doing things for the wrong reason, and they're struggling because it was already in their heart. It's what's already in their heart. It's what's already what they're struggling with. And they just got put in an environment to where the stuff that they were struggling with came out. Where the stuff that they were struggling with, it started edifying itself. And it manifested. So we got to understand and be able to differentiate the difference, right? Because some people want to place blame on different organizations, but some people don't want to take the blame that they were in it for the wrong reasons. They don't want to take responsibility and accountability that they were in it for the wrong reasons, right? Their heart posture wasn't right when it came to certain things. And so that's why they went through some of the things that they went through, because their heart posture wasn't right. All right. Like I said, we go through tests, trials, and tribulations a lot to reveal to us what's in our heart. And that's what God was showing me, that a lot of people are in things for the wrong reason and join different organizations and things for the wrong reason. And then when God begins to deal with them, they want to place blame on the particular organization or whatever they're a part of, when that stuff has already been within their heart anyway. It has always been there. And now it just came out. Now it's manifesting. And now they have to deal with themselves. Okay. So whoever this message is for, I pray that you deal with what's within you. so you can be delivered. Okay. So I love you guys. I pray that you all have an amazing day, and I will chat with you all later.